The News Alerts, Podcast Media. Today, live April 7, 2021. Here is the headline of the most recent news on the international scene. The hashtag Sofagate or the protocol affront experienced by Ursula von der Leyen in Ankara. An affront inflicted on the President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen. Placed on a couch on Tuesday by the protocol during the meeting of the presidents of the EU institutions with Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan in Ankara. Caused a controversy and a lot of resentment in Brussels. President von der Leyen was surprised. She decided to go ahead and prioritize substance. But that does not imply that she does not attach importance to the incident, explained her spokesperson Eric Mamer on Wednesday. The scene was filmed and widely shared on social media under the hashtag Sofagate. It gave rise to numerous comments on the unequal treatment between the two heads of the European institutions and its sexist character. Murmurs the former German Minister of Defense, apparently distraught. Stand up. She does not seem to know where to sit as the President of the European Council Charles Michel and the Turkish President sit back in the two armchairs prepared for the meeting. Ursula von der Leyen then takes place on a sofa, behind the two men, facing the Turkish Minister of Foreign Affairs. Mrs. von der Leyen is waiting to be treated according to the rules. Protocol, and she asked her services to ensure that this type of incident does not repeat itself in the future, announced her spokesperson. The presidents of the two institutions have the same protocol rank, he said. Conversely, the European Council, the body representing the member states, however, indicated that its chairman took precedence over the Commission for International Protocol. No arrangements were made other than those requested by an EU delegation which prepared the visit. A Turkish official assured AFP at the end of the day, the visit had been prepared by the EU ambassador in Ankara. Charles Michel confirmed this version. The strict interpretation by the Turkish services of the protocol rules produced a distressing situation. The differentiated, even reduced, treatment of the President of the European Commission, he explained in a message on his Facebook account. At the time, while perceiving the regrettable nature of the situation, we chose not to aggravate it by a public incident, he maintained. In Paris, the French Secretary of State for European Affairs Clement Beaune reacted vigorously on his side. These are pictures that hurt and clearly show something organized, he told BFM TV. I do not want a naive, fragile Europe, and so here I think we are dealing with interlocutors, the Turkish president, who know the power of images. The value of the symbols, he added. It is an affront that will be corrected, but we must not let this kind of thing happen. Abominable for the image. The rebuff comes at a delicate diplomatic time, as the EU and Turkey seek to renew relations after a year of tension. Europeans do not hide their concerns about fundamental rights violations in Turkey. And President Erdogan's decision to leave the Istanbul Convention on the Prevention of Violence Against Women and Children. At the end of the meeting, Mrs. von der Leyen did not mince words during the press conference. I am deeply concerned that Turkey has withdrawn from the Istanbul Convention, she said. The issue of human rights is a high priority in the relationship between the EU and Turkey. It will be taken into account in the general analysis which will be submitted to European leaders at their summit in June, his spokesman warned on Wednesday. The affront to the first woman to occupy one of the two most senior positions in the EU has aroused the anger of several elected Europeans in Brussels. First they are withdrawing from the Istanbul Convention, and now they are leaving the President of the European Commission without a seat on an official visit. It is shameful, rebelled the President of the Socialist Group in the European Parliament, the Spaniard Irache Garcia Perez, on Twitter. Charles Michel was not spared. Dutch Liberal MEP Sophie 't Veld wondered why the President of the Council had remained silent. He defended himself to have been insensitive to this situation. Nothing is further away neither from reality, nor from my deep feelings, he assured. But the damage is done. In terms of images, the result is abominable for Charles Michel, admitted a European official. Don't forget to comment below with your common sense and subscribe to your podcast. This helps bring the podcast to life and grow it. You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We can't wait to continue this adventure with you. Support us on PayPal. Thank you very much and enjoy listening.